Hey, it's been a while since we last got together for our Friday sews. This is Friday sews, and I'm just going to chat with you about some things that I am working on and some recent purchases. Yeah, purchases. I know I said I wouldn't be buying any more fabric and things like that, but when you find a good piece of fabric that's, just kind of tugging at your heart, you just got to get it. You can't pass it up. So I'll start with that, okay? Well, no. I want to start with the things that I'm working on. About a week and a half ago, I started working on the Skipper Bodysuit by Charm Patterns, which is Gertie's line of patterns. And I thought I was on to a good start. I was so happy because it was going to go down as a fairly quick and easy make. But once I got the sleeves on and the side seam sewn and I was ready to try it on to make sure everything was going to fit properly, it ended up being too big. It's almost like the neckline stretched after I sewed it together. Not sure what that was about or why, but that's what happened. So that kind of killed my mojo and just disappointed me a little bit. So I put it down and I didn't touch it for a while. Well, this past weekend, I came back to it. I was ready to just recut everything, redo it, give it a go. I knew how the pattern was supposed to be assembled, so I knew I could do this fairly quickly. Well, guess what, guys? Let me show you. Okay. Now, this is the first bodysuit that I started sewing, and it ended up being too big. I may go ahead and put this together because I think I may be able to give it to someone that could really wear it. And I'm sorry that glare on the screen. The sun is setting. Um, yeah, it's doing its thing. So I don't have any control of that. Sorry. But this is the bodysuit. It ended up being too big. I'm going to see if I can give this to someone because I don't want the fabric to go to waste. Now, this weekend when I came back to it, this is what I had. Okay. And I actually went down 2 sizes and cut out the size 4. The one I just showed you is a size 8. But when I came back to it, I cut out the size 4. Now, everything was going just great. But this brain of mine, it just thinks differently sometimes. So I'm at the sleeves and I'm like, yeah, we're checking through this thing. We'll be done, in no time. We'll be done in no time. But look what I did. This is the wrong side of the garment. Here's my sleeve. So they are not matching. So this seam would actually end up on the outside of this bodysuit. And that's just not the way it's supposed to be. So I thought about just taking my rotary cutter and trimming that sleeve off and just starting over. But I was kind of worried about how that would affect the sleeve. And since I didn't have the second sleeve on, I would need to do the same thing to both sleeves for it to be a balanced garment. And I just... I'll definitely probably scrap this one and turn this fabric into a different t-shirt or something. I hadn't decided, but yeah, that's what that is about. Um, let's see. My sewing table is kind of a mess, but the other thing that I am also working on, which I took with me to Project Sew to start on, is the Barber bodice. And I am making it using this Ankara fabric here. I purchased this fabric maybe 2 years ago from yeah, probably 2 years ago from Fabric Wholesale Direct. It actually came in a mystery bundle that I received, so I was kind of happy to get this fabric. I'm pretty sure it was Fabric Wholesale Direct. I don't think it was Fabrictopia because I'm pretty sure of all the fabrics that I've seen there. So yeah, had to be Fabrictopia. But I'm using that to make the Barber bodice. I hadn't decided what I want to do for the bottom of that pattern. It does come in shorts, which I am not a big fan of. So most likely I will do the dress. I'm not sure if I want to use the same fabric for the dress portion. I probably will, because I think that's just going to be very, very cute. So those are the two things that are on my sewing table right now. Purchases, let's get to that. I like bags and purses, I always have, but I had to wean myself off of them because I was buying like 2 and 3 purses every paycheck, like for a while, y'all. So now I don't have a huge purse or bag collection, and there are just some bag patterns that really grab my attention and I think I could do some things with. And I found this pattern in Walmart. It is Quick Sew K4279, and if you can see that says .wmt, that lets you know that this was purchased in Walmart. And I like the shapes of those bags. They're very different, and I like having things that are unique and different. So I picked up this bag pattern. I don't know how soon I'll make it, but you know, it'll be thrown in a rotation soon. Now this pattern was $8.97 at Walmart. I have trouble finding the quick sew patterns in stores like Joann's and Hobby Lobby. Usually I have to look for those on Etsy or Amazon or something like that. But after doing some careful research in the past on quick sew patterns, I quickly realized that most of these quick sew patterns are simplicity patterns. And if you Google them, most of the time the simplicity number will show up. But I saw this one and I was just like, hey, just let me go on and go get it. I don't want to wait for the sale, because sometimes I miss them and then it'll be months before another one rolls around that I catch or whatever. So I just went ahead and got it. The next thing that I have is this fabric bundle. This is 3 yards for $8. I did also pick this up at Walmart. It caught my attention because it reminds me of denim, and I do think it is some type of denim. It actually has a velvety feel to it, and I don't know if you can see this. That's how the inside looks. It doesn't have any stretch, and I want to make this A-line skirt with buttons down the front of it. And when I saw this, I was like, I just knew this was the perfect fabric. Plus, it's getting cooler. So with this velvety feel to it, I think it'll be, you know, kind of cozy, kind of warm. And yeah, so I went ahead and grabbed it. I hadn't seen this fabric in Walmart before, and I didn't want to pass it up. So I went ahead and bought it. You know, I think it's okay. I know I said I wasn't buying any more fabric, but I haven't bought a piece of fabric in a long time, and I'm not buying it like I used to. So I think I'm doing pretty good, okay? I do have some pattern organizing that I need to do. I was just able to find the envelopes that I use for my patterns, and I just store them in this. I take the original tissue paper out of its packaging and I put it in these brown envelopes and I label it. And I put the actual pattern envelope into a binder that I have separated by companies like Simplicity, McCall's, Charm Patterns, Petite Stitchery. That's how my binders are organized. And maybe I'll do a video on that soon. If you're interested in that, let me know. Leave me a comment below. That's the sewing tea for the week. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel so that you don't miss the next video or upcoming plans that I have. Also hit that like button, share this video with a friend, and leave me a comment below. Until next time, keep sewing.